Since the beginning of this channel, I have steered you through 34 Flat Earth Fail compilations, documenting the Flat Earth failure to a degree never seen before. And the question I always ask myself is, have I looked at enough? Have I exhausted the failure? Is there any more fails to look at? And then almost immediately I think, let's make another one. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin, a huge thanks to the sponsors of today's Flat Earth Friday, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark is a VPN service that makes online privacy protection easy and attainable, encrypting all internet traffic sent to and from your devices and ensuring your IP address remains hidden to make sure no one can see what you do online. On top of that, they block ads and trackers and malware and phishing attempts, and unlike other VPN services, you can use it on as many devices as you want simultaneously. As a YouTuber, I know more than any that the internet knows a hell of a lot about you. The amount of time you spend online nowadays is huge. And have you ever seen an ad or banner that brought a feeling to you that someone is reading your mind or listening in your conversation? That is how your online data is being used against you, and you can use Surfshark to become resistant to this sort of targeted advertising. Click the link in the description or go to surfshark.deals/SimonDan and use my code SimonDan to get a whopping 83% off as well as 3 months extra free. Right, back to today's video, which as I said earlier is another Flat Earth Fail compilation, episode 35 no less. And we begin with someone we saw only 1 week ago, Terry R. Iker and his channel Flat Out Truth. And apparently he's busting the blue ball in his words, as he takes a look at that pesky flight path from USA to Asia.
Now, let me show you the real true reason why we have to fly over Alaska just to get to Asia. Check this out. Now, here's the flight pattern on a globe. The guy leaves Seattle, Washington, flies over Alaska, kind of curves around the so-called globe and lands in Asia.
Now, that isn't really the flight path that these planes use. As I've stated many times before, planes fly along great circles. Great circles are intersections of a sphere with a plane that passes through the center point of that sphere. It is basically the shortest route on a sphere, and that point between USA and Asia, or that trip between USA and Asia, looks like this on a 2D map. So whilst it doesn't pass right over Alaska, it is very close.
Okay. Now, if you still don't get it, let me break it down to you this way. On a globe map, all the pilot had to do was leave Seattle, Washington, fly straight across the sea to Asia, which would have been the shortest route. Fuel-wise, whatever you want to call it, that would have been the shortest route.
Our survey said...
Incorrect. As I stated earlier, the shortest route is the one I've just showed. Here it is on a globe, just so you can verify that.
But he can't do that because it's impossible. Now let's have a look at the same route on a flat Earth map. Okay, here we have the United States, the west coast of the United States. Here we have Asia, which is where the guy went. Well, look what's right in between. Alaska. So if you leave here, go into Asia, guess where you're going to fly across? Alaska.
Yes, on a flat Earth map it looks very convenient, doesn't it? However, here in reality, the same distance flight in the southern hemisphere takes roughly the same time. But on your map, it would take at least twice as long because it's at least twice the distance. Why aren't you explaining that?
Let me zoom in on the map so you guys can see just a little bit better here. As you can see right there, Alaska, right in between Asia and the United States. Now, let's put a marker on there so you guys can see it's a straight line, straight across. And Alaska is right in between. So as you can see, they don't choose to fly that route. They have no choice but to fly that route.
And as I stated, they did choose to fly that route because it is the shortest.
Now, like I've told you many times before, it's really simple.
It really is simple, but not for the reasons that you think, and that is genuinely what eludes most flat earthers. Moving on, we're going to turn our attention to one of the Flat Earth Fail stalwarts, Mr. Level Earth Observer.
Now, stuff like this fascinates me. Old islands that no longer appear on modern day maps, yet appeared on old maps. So today we're looking at two maps. One new, one very, very old. The old map, we're going to look for this lost island known as Friesland and see if we can find it. And then the new map we're going to look at, which relates to reality. Tested and verified by all. But it's old maps and old stories of these lost islands that no longer appear on modern day maps that fascinate me and always did.
Okay, so Level Earth Observer thinks that an island called Friesland no longer exists. And that proves what exactly? Should be interesting, this one. But just so you know, after looking into Friesland a little bit, it appears that it either never existed in the first place or it was a double mapping of Iceland.
Now this is an Urbano Monte 1587 map. A beautiful and fascinating map. Not that I stand by any map, I call for full exploration. But I do appreciate old maps and find them beautiful. And this one is particularly beautiful and very interesting.
Something we finally agree on.
In fact, let's have a quick look round and then we'll look for Friesland. Got like these outer, almost like continents. With what looks like exits. Again, making no claims. I don't make any claims about maps. I call for full exploration.
Of course not, Leo. Why would a flat earther make claims about anything when they could be proven wrong constantly? Yet Leo still gets proven wrong quite a lot.
But I thought I'd share this fascinating map. Another exit. Continent. Looks like more exits, or possibly it's been stitched together there. Come down here. Who knows what's going on down here? Fascinating stuff. And then you come into the middle part, we get to some familiar continents. Love it. North Pole. And the British Isles area. Iceland, Greenland and Friesland is on there.
Looking conveniently close to Iceland there, not making any claims of course.
Strange, this map. Sort of northwest of Scotland. This island, northwest of Scotland, which appeared on all these old maps, has now mysteriously disappeared from new maps. This is why I call for full exploration. Not that I stand by any map, but I believe this realm is to be explored and enjoyed.
Yeah, and we have explored it thoroughly.
Not to be enslaved and bullied by tyrannical clowns. Again, fascinating old map, which in this instance has the old lost island known as Friesland. And here's my modern map. No Friesland on here. Like any of the modern maps, that place has disappeared.
Because it doesn't exist.
But this is a representation of the British Isles, and this map's known as a raised relief map. Essentially, it's a level plain with knobbly bits on it. And this is what reality is like. The Earth is demonstrably level, with highs, mountains, valleys, hills. Let me show you how awesome this is. Look, Dartmoor, Lyme Regis, Weymouth, the Channel, Wales, Bristol, Cardiff. This is what Earth is like. A level plain coming up to Scotland. Fantastic.
So you are making a claim then that the Earth is a level plane, and you are wrong, as we have proven in the last 20 odd episodes of the Flat Earth Fail compilation that you've appeared in. Right, next up we've got someone called the NL Pirate King. Make of that what you will. And he says that Simon Dan is an blind fool. Here we go.
Fuck you. Ja, ja.
Can you read, people? Can you bloody f***ing read? Yeah? Moon, Earth, Sun scaled down by dividing all sizes and distances over 1982. The Sun and the Earth distance will become 75,681 kilometers.
Yeah, that's correct, but I'm a bit confused why you'd write millimetres. Let's continue anyway.
I am working in Tinkercad, so I'm going to make it millimeters.
Oh, okay, that's why you've done that. Should have made it a bit clearer, but fine.
It's that easy, yeah? So scaling down everything, putting it all, the sizes, everything in the right order, in the right spot. That's the moon. The blue ball is Earth, yeah? And that yellow dot is the sun, like they tell you, like they teach you.
Okay, now the moon and the sun here appear to be similar distances to Earth, in which case it's not to scale. However, the sun does appear the same size as the moon, which means in terms of the observer here on Earth, then it may work.
You can see the Earth going around the moon, yeah? You can see it. You can't see the sun yet.
Okay, what's your point? And by the way, the moon should have a 5-degree orbit, so yeah, still not to scale.
I have to do that to see a little bit of the sun. I have to see that. You can't have a full, shining, bright moon when it's turning around the back of a planet.
You can when it has a 5-degree orbit, just like I said.
There. Debunked. A globe world. If you still believe in a globe after this proof, this simple piece of mathematical proof, yeah, then you lost your soul to the devil. Good luck with it.
There's worse places to lose your soul, let's be honest. But all the same, my point stands. The 5-degree orbit means that you can indeed get a fully lit moon face when it passes behind the Earth. Right, our final Flat Earth Fail compilation video today comes from a flat earther called Terry Darg. He appears to be from the UK and unfortunately has some pretty bad ideas about the sun.
This little video here should be all that people need to know that the sun is not 93 million miles away.
Ha! It's going to be another crepuscular ray proof, isn't it? Dear oh dear.
If the sun was 93 million miles away, these crepuscular rays from the sun...
Sorry, what? Crepuscus? Okay.
...would be all over the sky, but they're not. And you can literally triangulate where the sun is when it's behind the clouds through the crepuscus.
Oh, sorry, prepuscus. Can't even say it, but he's definitely right about it.
Rays, yeah? Everything we're taught to lie, my friends. That's not 93 million miles away, and it's not the centre of the universe.
I don't think that we do claim that the sun is the centre of the universe. Actually, no, I'm sure we don't claim that the sun is the centre of the universe. So where did you get that one from?
Yeah? Heliocentric, break it down, hell's trick.
Ah, hell's trick. I see. Good one, Terry.
Yeah? All a lie, my friends. Everything we're taught is complete and utter nonsense. Yeah? Made up by 33rd degree and higher Freemasons, my friends. Absolute garbage. There you go. There should be, if the sun was 93 million miles away, there would be crepuscus clouds all over, everywhere. But there isn't, because it's a lie. T-Dog.
Oh, sorry, prepuscus clouds. Okay, right, we've been saying it wrong all these years. It's no longer crepuscular rays, it is now prepuscus clouds, everyone. Right, well there we go, another brilliant Flat Earth Fail compilation, all done and dusted. That last one there from Terry Dog was Fail of the Year, wasn't it?
Prepuscus clouds all over.
Thank you all so much for watching, it truly is appreciated. As I always say, if you did enjoy it today, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And if you really enjoyed today's Flat Earth Fail compilation, hit that like button as well. As I said before, there are another 34 other Flat Earth Fail compilations. Go back to number 1, watch them all through, they really are hilarious. Just enough time to once again thank Surfshark for sponsoring today. Remember, visit surfshark.deals/Simandan and use my code Simandan to get 83% off and 3 months extra free. I have been Simandan, have yourselves a brilliant weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday next week for the return of the Whack and Atheist master himself, Mr. Kent Hovind. See you then.
Prepuscus clouds all over.